Yeah, I'll show you how to get it, but you have to be willing to do the work. The Syndicate, it's a motherfucking movement.
It's the Syndicate.
You ain't gotta be perfect, long as you down to put the work in. If when it comes to the bullshit you allergic, well, you just might be my kind of person. Welcome to the Syndicate, where real estate wholesaling is what the business is. Ain't gotta talk about it when you out here living it. So if you out here getting it, then welcome to the Syndicate. Well, welcome to the Syndicate. Well, welcome to the Syndicate.
Hi, Logan, back another episode of the Wholesaling Syndicate podcast. And today we're doing another solo episode. And I want to talk about something that's really changed the entire course of my life and business. And it's something that can do the same for you if you're willing to get uncomfortable and show up. Now, I'm talking about live events, not webinars, not YouTube. I mean, actually physically getting in the room and being surrounded by like-minded people and actually getting in the right rooms. So going all the way back, now I've been an entrepreneur for almost a decade. I think actually it's a decade now, which is fucking crazy. The first event I went to, I was already an entrepreneur, I think for about a year or so, maybe almost two. And I finally went to an event. And I flew all the way from up in New England all the way down to Miami, and I went to the very first 10X GrowthCon that Grant Cardone did. Now at the time, I had all these reasons not to go. I don't know if I really even had any business being there. I didn't know anyone. Just went with my business partner. We had to stretch to get enough money just for the ticket, and it was a stretch. We had to, take time off and say, hey, we're going away. But I figured, screw it. I just bet on myself and said, fuck it, let's do it. We'll make the money back somehow. Let's just do it, right? Let's check it out and see what happens. In that one event, it was a game changer. That first one, if anyone went there, it was completely different than the ones after that. It was just pure value. It was all tactical things, that you were able to apply to your business. I met so many people. Right? It was the first time I actually went out and network and started to meet other people. And I was finding people that were doing, way more money in business than me, that were doing business way longer than I was. And I just learned so much. And just like the power of being in that room and meeting the right people is really, it was the coolest fucking thing. And it really just gave me a whole new, mindset shift. From hearing from the speakers and, meeting these people on just like what was actually possible, what I could do. And I just realized how small I was actually playing. And I didn't walk out with the same mindset, and it was a game changer. I think that year we literally more than doubled our revenue. That was the first year we actually did $500,000, and it was fucking crazy. I was a young kid, and it was a game changer. Just having that mindset shift was huge. Just being in that room, like I said, it was a game changer. Another great one I went to, like wasn't that long after. I'd say it's probably like a year or maybe two after that. I went to the Tony Robbins event. I went to Unleash the Power Within. I know not everybody loves all the, Tony stuff, but I'm a big fan. I totally believe in all that stuff. And it's a game changer. I went in, I got dialed in. It was the craziest event I ever went to. It was like 10-hour days. You're on your feet the whole time, jumping around. I came just like realizing like, hey, I'm doing it in business, but realized I was neglecting all these other areas in my life. I was neglecting my relationships. I was neglecting my health. I was super overweight. It was unhealthy. And, after that event, we did the firewalk, we did all the crazy shit. But I came back again, changed, just powered up. I felt like recharged going to these right events, and I ended up losing 60 pounds. And then we just got after it, and I made big changes in my business. Got rid of bad people in my life that were just takers. The wrong business partners, and like all those stepping stones just led me to where I am now. And like honestly, without events, without getting in the right rooms, I don't think I'd be here. So it's huge getting to the right events. But that being said, I'm sure if you guys have been to events or if you heard about them, not all events are created equal. Now, let's be real. I've been to a ton of events since then. Some of them, they're absolutely worth it, right? And they're game changers. You leave, you're charged up. You got that one gold nugget. I always tell people to go to events looking for that, one problem in your business or that one thing you want to solve or that person you need to meet, and just go with that intention in mind. And like, somehow, some way, I always come away with what I'm looking for. And it's great. It's absolutely worth it. Others, not so much. Just straight up trash. It's a waste of fucking time. You go to these events, you travel, and you go there, and it's just a complete pitch fest. And I hate it. It's the worst fucking thing. I just, yeah, I've been to something like that, and it's just crazy. They don't give any value. They're like, hey, they'll tease something like, hey, here's this thing you need, or your business is gonna die, and like, oh, buy this shit, buy this thing, buy this thing. Like, oh, you need this too, and it's crazy, man. I thought I saw some really bad ones until I got into wholesaling, and then I don't know how some people do these events, but seeing how some of these wholesaling events do, and I'm sure you know which ones I'm talking about if you've been to any of them, but so many of them, just in the real estate space in general, it's just no value. They're just waiting. It's all just one giant pitch leading up to the $10,000 program or this other $5,000 mentorship and this other program that you don't even need. And it's just bullshit, right? It's the opposite of getting in the right room because you leave feeling drained, or at least I do. And it just sucks, right? And it's like that's one of the reasons, I created Wholesaling Syndicate Live because I wanted to make an event for us, for wholesalers, and for investors that wasn't like that. That was like those other events that I've been to that were the right ones, where you leave with a ton of value, where you leave feeling charged up, where you leave making the right connections and getting those gold nuggets that you need, and that you're able to make those major shifts. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. We did our first one, I want to say, I think it was 2 years ago. It was in February, 2023. We did like our first bigger event. We did a little couple, networking events before then, trying to meet people. And we got like close to 100 people there. It was great. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. It wasn't the biggest event in the world, but there was just so much value. There's no fluff, no bullshit, no upsells, like literally just pure game. We brought, people in wholesaling that are killing it. We brought people that were outside of wholesaling that were, great sales and marketing people I knew from other industries to share what's working in their businesses. And since then, we've done like 5 more events. We've done some small ones. We've done some big ones, way bigger than that one. And last year, if you guys were there, if you heard about it, we went all in, right? I paid for the entire event out of my pocket. We had hundreds of people come in, fly in from all over the country. Some people even from other countries. It's just fucking crazy. And I made it completely free, right? Just 'cause I wanted to see, what would it look like. Again, paid for it all completely out of my own pocket. Because I just, I wanted to see people win, right? And I wanted to see what was possible, what we could do. And it was great. Like I said, we had hundreds of people show up. We had live seller calls in the room. We had people who never made calls for the first time make calls. We provided all the leads. Brought all my friends out that like who were, great that actually are doing business and actually lead with values. One of our biggest things. It's one of our core values is people that are actually go givers. And it was awesome. It was a great event. We had a 15-year-old kid close his first deal ever. So many other people too, just literally never made phone calls before were there. We had people walking around helping them close deals. And it was awesome. The energy was electric. We got amazing feedback. I think one of the biggest things people were skeptical about that it was free. They thought it was going to be a pitch fest, but if you guys listen to the podcast, you know me at all. It's not how we roll. But this year we're going even bigger, right? This year, I want to take it to a whole new level. I want to see what if we did charge, right? What if we just charge a small fee? How much more value could we bring? How much, what kind of better venue could we get? What kind of better speakers could we get? What can we do for better leads? How can we really just make this the best event, the most value-packed one that just stands head and shoulders above all these other events that are just pitch fest, like every other one I've seen, and just like actually, do it the right way. So that's what we're doing, right? We're going to do live seller leads. We have a lot of big announcements still coming. We have a special in-person boiler room that we're going to be doing. Similar to the live stream, we're going to be doing boiler room live streams leading up to the event, with which you guys are actually going to have a chance. I'm going to explain that more as we get a little bit closer. But we're going to do boiler rooms where if you do the live stream leading up to the event, you're going to have a chance to close deals live at the event, get even more events, and actually get coached to close deals live on stage with like myself, RJ Bates, Travis Wells, John Land, some of the best people we've had on the closer panel. It's going to be really, really cool. Super excited about that. And as our lineup is super, super stacked. We still have a bunch more things coming too. Like I said, a lot of announcements. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, and guys, you can go live.wholesalingsyndicate.com or go to wholesalingsyndicate.com and click the button. You'll see all the info. We have, myself speaking. We have Michael Honest, Mr. Hustle. We have Logan Fulmer. Pace Morby's coming in virtually. RJ Bates, Cassie DeHaas, Anthony Hernandez, Travis Wells, JR Clutch, John Land coming out. A few more people we're going to announce soon. Super excited about it. You guys definitely need to be here. If you've been to one of our other events, you already know the deal. It's just like that, but it's going to be 10 times better. If you haven't, you're in for a treat because we do our events a lot different. Like I said, completely lead with value. Really, for a similar event like this, that's again, I don't think there is a similar event. That's not. I haven't seen any that aren't huge pitch fest. But yeah, I know there's other ones in other industries, and there are other ones. But similar events like this, there's people that charge thousands and thousands of dollars a ticket. Right now, we're doing early bird pricing, so you guys can go to live.wholesalingsyndicate.com. Grab your tickets. Right, you can grab your tickets now. If you're listening to this now, you only have a couple of days. I think we have it's less than a week. I checked today. Today's the 9th, and so we have like 5 days left. So yeah, make sure you grab because it's half off, right? I want to reward action takers. I want to reward people who actually, commit and say they're going to do things and actually follow through and do it. And because action eats, right? So you can grab your tickets. It's half off. I mean, you can get GA, you can get tickets. It's only $47 right now, which is fucking crazy for the amount of value we're giving. VIP is normally 500 right now. It's just 247, which is nuts. We only have a couple more of those. People have been grabbing those like crazy. But grab them if you can. If you're going to come, I highly recommend getting the VIP experience. You're going to get the better PPL leads. You're going to get a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to do a lunch with all the speakers, whole bunch of other shit. It's all on the website. Again, you can check out all the info, but make sure you get here, right? There's so much power. There's so much power in getting in the right room, right? There's, the people you'll meet, the hands you'll shake. You never know who you're going to do your next deal with. You never know who might have a buyer for the deal you have now. You never know who's going to give that one gold nugget on stage that's going to help you change your whole business. Really, again, just come with an intention. Know what it is. Maybe you're just starting and you just want to be around people actually doing it. And I think that's great, right? It's getting around people who are actually in it, and you start learning about osmosis and just being there, being around people that are, serious and about the business and actually doing it. You're going to want to get in that room. So if you're already doing business, great. It's even better. You're going to be able to, get all the tactical information. It's 2 days. First time I've ever done a 2-day event, right downtown San Antonio. I'm super, super excited about this. So again, make sure you guys go grab your tickets. This is going to sell out. 100% promise it's going to sell out. And you're going to leave with literally everything you need. I'm going to give you leads, scripts. You're going to leave with confidence. You're going to be charged up. You're going to have a full game plan. You're going to hear how these people are doing $1 million deals. Dirty titles, land, commercial, really everything, right? I got the best people I know who lead with value, who are go-givers, who want to see you win. So make sure you're there. You're going to want to be in this room, and I'd love to meet you and shake your hand. So come on out. Again, San Antonio, September 19th and 20th. And you guys, make it happen. Come on out, and we're going to have a good time.